It's difficult to know where to start with this one because potentially could be very controversial, especially as someone out there saying, Mark, you're not a Christian. Why are you interested? Well, I've got skin in the game, so I am. We looked at a video from a gentleman who is an evangelical in the States, who highlighted the fact that in America, some evangelical Christian nationalists now find Jesus too liberal, too woke. It seems odd that if you are to say that you are a Christian, how is it then that the teachings of Christ are suddenly unpalatable? What do you think?
I found the video that you sent quite interesting, and I must say I would not have agreed with all of the way that they described things in terms of the Christian faith. I would question some of that because I'm not sure where they were coming from. And when I say question, I don't mean that I would be telling them they're wrong. I would be looking to improve my understanding of their faith position, because sometimes you struggle to understand where somebody's coming from a faith position because it gets too mixed up in other stuff. So the first thing that I would be wanting to say around Jesus being too woke is, what is woke? What do you mean by woke? Because woke, as I understand it, originally anyway, is waking up to and being wired so that you are now alert to racial prejudice, to discrimination. Now, that is what woke originally was. But if that is what woke is, being alert to racial discrimination and all of that, then one, I think that's an exceptionally good thing that you should be alert to that, because there's no place for Rachel, not even Rachel. Well, there's always place for Rachel from Friends, isn't there? There's no place for racial prejudice. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. That's a whole topic on its own. So if what we mean by woke was Jesus alert to racial prejudice and discrimination, well, I'm not even sure that the way that we understand racial prejudice and discrimination would play out in exactly the same way as it did when Jesus was walking the earth 2,000 years ago. So I think we've got to be careful there as well. We need to be very careful about that and not bring our 21st century view of what the world is and push it back into the first century. So I think we've got huge problems there. So would Jesus have been too woke? Well, no, because I don't think that would have applied to him at all. I don't think that category would have applied to him. Jesus was somebody who was for the marginalised and the oppressed. He was awake. He wasn't woke. He was awake to what was going on around him, but he wasn't woke in terms of a concept that we now have today and have put all of this other nonsense around it. Because I now think it encompasses a lot broader range of views, doesn't it, than just being aware of prejudice and discrimination.